Hi everyone, Tracy at the Rhapsody Art Barn. Long time no see everyone. I'm so excited to be here. It's Thursday, it's 4 o'clock. I'm still working on all my stuff, trying to get the shop. I don't know. I've already redone the shop and I'm still just kind of waiting for them to finish on my little new area so that I can, put all this stuff behind my counter away and actually get back to normal lives. But I did clear off a little, I still have my little area. I hope it works because I kind of just threw some stuff up there to see if I can at least do a little short live and show you some of the new stuff because we got some new fun stuff. And just say hey. Just say hey, it's 2026. Did you guys have a good Christmas? I had an amazing Christmas. It was really fun. All my family was at my house and Christmas Eve, and all my immediate family was there for Christmas. So that's rare because they all work different schedules, and it was really, really fun. So I'm jumping on to show you my progress in my store, and I'm going to try to set you up to just do a little quick show off some of my products and a little quick live. So hi. Now it's 4 o'clock. And I'm seeing people are going to start popping on. Okay, I'm going to turn you around because you haven't seen this in a while, right? You haven't seen my shop in a while. So let's turn you around. Okay, so here's the shop. Look, I just got this new chandelier, but I can't put light bulbs in it until I get, they're a little bigger than chandelier. I think it's called an E14, if anybody knows. I'm getting some lights. I went to Walmart today, but they didn't have any. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to go specialty or Amazon or something. So we're getting ready for Valentine's here. Here's my little cheesy setup. So we're going to see if we can't get that to work today. And we got it all set up for Valentine's Day now, kind of. You know, I make stuff, so more stuff will go out as I make it. And now it's kind of set up like a shop and a product shop. So like a boutique and a product shop. So I'm really loving it. I'm really thinking this is really fun now. So all my products are still here. And we're going to see the new release stuff in January that IOD is going to be putting out for you guys probably in February. And see if there's anything you like, you just let me know and I'll see how much it is to ship it. And then of course all my products are on the website, rhapsodyartbarn.com. So you don't need to do anything but go onto the website to look at those, especially my papers, because you guys, I have papers for days and I'll show you some new ones. And I will say they're under category. They're under rice paper. They're under tissue paper, which are the bigger ones. They're under the name of the people. Hey, Lynn, Happy New Year to you. So this is exciting. So, okay, so they're finished with the outside. I'll just show you that much. So, bam. They couldn't use the old stuff. They had to buy new stuff. It wasn't in good enough shape, but that's okay. I don't think it looks too bad. Kind of matches the outside. And then look at my new doors and everything, how fun that is. We're not ready yet though. We're right off the street, so it's busy here. But look at how nice and finished the outside is. And then thank you, Lynn. Okay, and then still have all this stuff in here though. I've turned my Christmas tree into a Valentine's tree. That's a really fun. So I'm going to be making some more Valentines with the mix to mold and the new product I'll show you today. Look at my dirty room. But now I can open this up and this is going to be my new room. They're taping and texturing still. But look at how big it is in here, you guys. So I can fit all 3 of those shelves along this wall. And then we're going to have an entrance here. And then this will be my workstation. And this will be where my cart lives. This big cart of stuff. So I can still do classes. And then what should we do on this wall? I don't know. I think I'm going to put a dresser back here and a place to do lives for sure. And I'm not sure if I should keep this garage door. Maybe I should put the garage door on the wall. It kind of cuts things off when you walk in, right? if I have it open. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like it when it's down because I like it as a backdrop. I think it's kind of fun, but I could also take it off I could close it up if I have it like this and use it as a backdrop, but will I ever close it? Will I ever close it? And then make that my wall. I could put it on the wall. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. So everything is good. Okay. Okay, let's go and see if we can get you on. See if I can get you on the stand. I don't know. I haven't tried this, but it's like way too long without hanging with you guys, right? Way too long. So let's see if I can get this up here. See what I can do. I have like 2 inches of room. I don't know if I can even get it down that far, but we're going to try. All my stuff is crammed up in this little corner. We're just going to play. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Can we get you down to my project? Oh, we're pushing it. Oh, I can't push you back any further, so maybe if I... Hold on, I don't want to turn you off here. Okay, that wasn't good. Let's see. Sorry, my hand is... No, I think I need it up high. I think where I had it. Hold on. I have water over here, and I just don't need to make that kind of mess. I'm gonna push it back as far as I can. It's on wheels, and I could take it off the wheels, but they're like zip tied on there. Won't this be nice when I have that done? Oh, it'll be so nice. So anyway, if I unzip tie it, then I have to figure out how to re-zip tie it. I'm really pushing things here, guys. Really. So I'm so sorry. It's not going to be as pretty as it normally is. And how pretty it will be. But at least you got kind of an idea. Okay. A couple things here. I guess I can't really move anything around. So Valentine's, next project, spring, stuff that's coming up. So what I was going to do is take this thrifted Pier 1 tray. I actually got 2 of them. I took the tags off, but they did say Pier 1. And it's not in great shape, so I'm going to be painting kind of the bottom and putting hey Kathy, I'm going to be putting this picture on it. Isn't this beautiful? This is a Reba rose, and it's called Faded Farmhouse Bird. Just so you know, I have done an order already for more because I'm running out of some of the stuff that I have in there. So I've already done an order, so I should be getting those anytime. And then I've got some new stuff I'm adding right now. So it might not be ready until I'm done with my live. I'll do them tonight for sure. But these are some of the new, so this is called, what is this called? This is Decoupage Queen. This is called Isabella. Romantic and beautiful, that one. Oh, I think the guys are in there to work. So if you hear banging, I think they're in to work. This is another Decoupage Queen. I have several of these, and that's called the Villa. Isn't that romantic and beautiful? So I have those that I have to, I put these in. There's a couple that are in already. And I did all these, but they don't have the pictures yet. And I'm putting them up to the top of See What's New. So if you want to wait for that, or you can just ask me where they are, you can always get a hold of me. Okay, so this one is called Lady Valentine. She's pretty. And again, I only have one of these right now. So if you want more, I can order more. You can always message me and text me. But for now, I'm just getting a few. This is what I have left. That is a Bare Butt Beauty. I don't need these, you guys. This is Snow White Swan. Isn't that beautiful? These are all Reba Rose papers, by the way. The first 2 were Decoupage Queen. These are all Reba Rose from now on. And this is the Rooster Sketches. I thought those were kind of fun. Okay, I'm kind of getting into this black and white thing here. So here is the something time, springtime spelled like time, T-H-Y-M-E, springtime blend. I just thought he was kind of cool. And I love this chalkboard bunny. Isn't that sweet? These are all the black and whites. And then I just have this one of these. So if you want it, you have to tell me. Reba made them for me, and I can get more, but I like pigs, so she made that one for me. And then she also included a couple of these for me to show. This is the size A3. It's like double the A4, and they are more. They're, you have to look at my website, 11, 12, somewhere in there. And, but I just thought it was so beautiful, and it does kind of look romantic. And this is the same one. So if you wanted this guy, red roses and birds, you have to tell me. So that one is my stock. A couple of those. But those are, any one of these, oops, I think I took my bottom bird. Any one of these would look good on this, right? Any one of these you could put on, where's my romantic ones? You could put on this, and it would be pretty. Even the Valentine's ones, you know. But, so what are we going to do with this background? How do you do that, right? Lady Valentine is beautiful, Kathy. Right? So this is just another idea of what we're going to do with these. So I am going to be smearing the paint on as the background, which will do two things. It will kind of change the whole look of the tray inside to kind of that, what is it called? It's like it's not quite, it doesn't go to the edges. Kind of a dry brush look, I guess is what I'd call it. I don't want to ruin these, so I'm going to set these down. Hold on. There we go. They're on a safe place now. A dry brush look is kind of more what I'm thinking. And then this will still be the focal point, but it'll have that kind of painted look in the background. So that's one way of doing it. That's the way we're going to do it today. And then there's a couple ways you could try to fill it in with paint, which I love to do. As you guys know, you'll see me do a lot more of that color matching because I'm good at it. I like it. And I like to extend out the rice paper. Okay. So if you want to look back and see Santa, I have it on YouTube. I'm trying to put my videos on YouTube from now on because they're all gone off Facebook. Yeah. They just took them all away. So I'm going to try to start putting my videos on both. Just FYI, so you can always find them on YouTube because 1 month and they're gone. Yeah. So, you could also, if you don't mind the darkness of the background here, you can also just lay it directly into it. You can do the same with the transfer, or you can paint the back of this only and just have it be in the center. But I like to have like, it's too stark. Right in the center. You could frame it with something. I mean, there's lots of different things, but because it's a tray, I want it kind of flat down. We're going to do the Shmear. So that's what we're going to work on. But before that, new product. I want to show this. I am very excited about this. So those of you who know me know I was one of the first people to carry Would You Bend in the United States. I love Would You Bend. Would You Bend is still a good product. I still like it. However, it comes pre-cast, meaning that you get it already made, right? So when you buy a piece of Would You Bend, which I'm going to grab, it's right behind me. Maybe I'll grab one. When you get a piece of Would You Bend and I ship it to you, and my prices are still, you know, lower than the new ones, just to let you know, if you're looking for something from the first generation. Oh, he's in there working. I can hear him. Oh, maybe we'll be done soon. I still have to paint the room though. It'll take me a hot minute. So they're pre-cast. So these are the angel wings, right? And you buy them pre-cast like this. Okay, that's fine if you want exactly what they have. But what about our molds that we get from IOD, right? Or Amy Howard, because Amy Howard has come out with a proprietary blend of a new, if I can find it, a new wood cast. Okay, it's kind of stinky because the base of this is acetone. So it's just like doing your nails. That's going to be that strong smell, but it comes that way because that's the base that you also use to put it into the molds. I'm going to die from the smell here. So I just got some nail polish remover. Okay, maybe I shouldn't show the brand, but I just got some 100% acetone, 100% pure acetone nail polish remover. Super cheap. And then I mold this using the acetone as my softener, right? So just like anything else, like clay or whatever, how you could soften it a little bit with water, this stuff you soften with nail polish remover, with acetone. Okay, just that's how it comes. So it comes in this little container. I've used this much right here, and this is the remainder. Okay, so you would pour this into a little, I don't know, dish. I would probably use, like, if I didn't just have nothing sitting in front of me, I would use like a little Petri dish type, you know, like a little glass, or I don't know, maybe silicone, like coaster mold size, because it does take a little bit of this to soften and use this. So I have created these molds yesterday, and I swear, they're just like wood better. It's wood pulp, just like, and it reminds me of loam. You know, it's puffier than clay. It's softer on my hands, but it does smell a little bit like acetone. That is the way of the stuff. Okay, so what you do is you kind of get it into that acetone and get it all mushy, right? So that it goes back to being kind of drippy and gooey a little bit. It's still puffy. It's still smushy. And then you just literally use your fingers, just like clay. Can you see? You can't see, so I hope you can see. To kind of mush it into the mold, just like you would your air dry clay. It's a little less pliable than air dry clay right off the bat. So you have to put it into that acetone, in my opinion, in order to get it to like smush out and get into those little corners. But if you dip it in like I did, and actually I probably would do a little bit less at a time, you know what I mean? Like less is more, as far as like, don't try to work a huge pile of it, because acetone dries really fast. So you're trying to get it into the mold before it sets up, right? But you can still use that IOD edge to mush off your ends. So if you get too much, you can still use that edge, that micro rim, they call it, right? To get the edges off. And you can still use, like, you dip your finger into the acetone and you can still use your finger to mush it around. But I would not use a credit card, because it's wood fiber. So it's more pulpy than clay. So it's more fibers in there than clay. So I use my acetone to kind of really like push it around in there. So now this is my ends, my little ball of ends, and I probably don't have enough to fill, but I just put it right back in there and form it. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more at the end. This is probably too much, but I'm going to use this much and then take the edges off. A little bit more. And you really do need to use that liquid. But another thing is, you don't have to use any cornstarch. It will release beautifully on its own. It does not need cornstarch. So that's saving you that step. But you do have to, I would use the acetone in a cup like this, dip it in there, keep it wet as you're working with it, or it's not gonna bond with itself. Does that make sense? It's not gonna go smooth again. So you have to add more. And again, the back I'm not too worried about, as long as it's not falling apart. Just like clay. I'm going to double wrap this because I actually think I put the hole in the bag. Just like clay, you want to keep it wrapped up very well. Double wrapped it. You can put it in Tupperware, whatever you want to do. Okay. And now I did a thick one so you could see. Bam. Look at that. It is just, you can make your own molds, you guys. You can take a piece of furniture, because this is wood. This is just like, this is called Woodcast by Amy Howard. And I have it ready for sale. It comes in these containers. Okay. It's on my website. I think it's under Look What's New too. See what's new. But look at the detail. That is wood. You can stain this. You can screw a knob, you know, like it is wood. It is wood. And just like the wood you bend, you can heat it. So, I haven't tried this yet, but I saw that. So they recommend, Amy Howard recommends that you can stick it in the microwave or whatever. Yeah, I've not heated it enough. I got my hands on it. I think I'm just going to put it right here. Hey, Ari. Happy New Year to everyone. I'm kind of back. I'm not finished with my my wall and everything, but I'm kind of, oh, yep, here it starts to bend. See? So you can go around corners. Oh, so I can take my, oh, I put it over there, my candlestick that I was going to make and wrap it around. Oh, yes. And then once it cools, it'll stay whatever shape you put it in, it will cool to that. So they recommend putting it in the microwave. We know, because I've been working with similar products forever, that you can use a heat gun. And then I use wood glue, heat it up, stick it onto something, and it can be stained. It's just like wood. It's made from wood fibers. You can make the most beautiful frames with this, you guys. I'm so excited because unlike resin, it can be bent. And unlike clay, it can stick off the edges of things. And you can take a piece of furniture that is missing a piece and use your mold casting kit. I know my company that I use, Amazing Casting Resin, has a mold making kit. And I know Amy Howard just came out with one too. You can make your own whatever. So you can make your own lion's foot if it fell off, you know, like a piece of the furniture came off, or if you had a corbel that came off the back of one, you can make your own, or you can match the trim of something that maybe fell off in a corner. Oh, this stuff is so cool. Okay, so that's a brand new product, Woodcast. Isn't that cool? I'm very excited for this. Now I can make my own molds with the wood. Okay, so this one we just finished. It will, you can see it's getting dry already, but it will be dry to be able to pop it out. I think it's like 6 hours, but I just leave them overnight and I just pop it out tomorrow. But it's still pliable right now. Like it's still bendable and flexible, so I would not pull it out yet. These have lasted overnight. So these are done. Let's check out my little guy here. He was just, but these are sturdy like wood. They're not, I mean, I could break this off, so I'm not going to say that, you know, it's hard as wood at the end there, but it's not going anywhere. And it's pretty good on the detail, I think. Pretty good on the detail. It's getting all that rose goodness. Here's the verdigris. Viridis. Viridis? Is that what it's called? Viridis, I think. And that's an IOD mold. And you would never be able to make a wood you bend out of an IOD mold. So that is really exciting to me. Okay, I wanted to show you that. Now we're done with that. Let's do our little bird. So you can get a little, I know, it's a new product called Woodcast. And you make your own like wood you bend type stuff. It's very exciting, Ari. I know. You can go back and see. I'm not going to be on for that long. I showed my little shop progress. I can hear him in there doing some tape and texture now. I've got my daughter's boyfriend who works for us in there doing that right now. So, yay, I'm so excited. Okay. So this stuff, acetone. See, it's going to make it like, it's mushy at the bottom. I guess as long as you're using it for wood you bend, you could just pour it back into the container if you're just going to only, I keep calling it that. I can't call it that, you guys, for the wood cast. The wood cast from Amy Howard. Yeah, I know. It's exciting. Okay, so let's practice on this guy. Let's do our little Shmear. Because this background, I'm thinking it is a sandy blonde with maybe a little, oh, don't run you off the edge. Okay, that's as far back as I can take you. With maybe a little crinoline. What do you guys think? Those are the colors I'm looking at for underneath my bird. Yeah? Yeah. So I'll just practice on this. It's a clipboard. We've been practicing with other paints. We've been playing around with other paints too. So I'm going to take this guy down. I normally would sand the background if I'm going to do any kind of a relief on it, but I'm going to paint over it. So I think it's fine. And then we're going to have to take the edge off of him, which I have cap over cap here, which I'm going to use a little water pen to take off. And then we're going to practice our Shmear. I haven't done a Shmear in a long time, but I was thinking of doing some, oh, dang it. I did not want to do that. I don't have enough water. I was thinking of doing some Valentine's heart projects, the Shmear stuff. So we're just going to pull out my little homemade blocks. All I did was take a block of wood, any block of wood, doesn't even matter what, and I added a handle to it, an IOD handle. I think I still have some of those. They haven't had them for a long time, but I still have some. I like them because I even still have the flexi stamper that would stamp the top of them and some of the little round stamps. So you can make your own like little, I don't know, whatever the stamps were, knobs. Kind of fun. I'm kind of trying to make this not too jaggedy because he is going to be our focal point. Normally I don't care and I rip and tear and kind of make a mess, but this one is going to be right in the center of the tray, so I'm not going to make him too, there we go. Finally got some water out of that. Sometimes I just like to use the paintbrush and water because just water pens don't always give enough water. Okay. So I'm just taking off the label, the excess. So before I tear this away, it's the Farmhouse Bird by Reba Rose. Oh, thank you. You inspire me too. I love looking at your stuff, Ari. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I found that tray you sent me. I finally found it because I'm going through all my stuff. So I can now do bottles. I was going to do a bottle, and I still will. Maybe I'll do a little Valentine's bottle, and I wanted to do some of the etching on the bottle. The etching cream that we have from Pentart. What do you guys think? Kind of a romantic piece. Might take more than one live, but I think that sounds like fun. And maybe do some bling on it. I love bling, and I never hardly ever do bling. Most of my stuff for resale is like this kind of look. I think I'm going to do some fun bling for me. from my heart. Gotta do what you love too. I mean, it's good to create, you know, for shows, and especially Christmas. Everybody starts doing what's in for Christmas, and they all start doing all these little ornaments and projects and stuff, which I can still do some Valentine's ornaments for my Valentine's tree I showed you. But it's good to every once in a while just do some fun stuff just for you, even if nobody will ever buy it. But I don't know, I tend to sell those things. So funny, when I went to that show and that one person looked at the one thing, I didn't even want to bring it. You know, how you go, oh my gosh, why did I make that? It's not bad, it's just not what I thought would sell. And then that's the first thing that everybody wants. So, okay, so here's my little bird. He's all cut out. Isn't he pretty? Yep. Let's practice on... We're going to do this in the center. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to practice on this board, my little Shmear, because I haven't done it in a long time. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I do like bling, don't I? And I have not gotten out of... I need to grab a piece of plastic. I always reduce, reuse, recycle, and I'm going to try to mix the Sandy Blonde from DIY Paint and the Crinoline from DIY Paint. And I'm not really going to like blend them. I'm just going to live with how they go. So let's try it. So I'm going to set... Okay, I do need to put my stuff away because you know what? I do not have any room on this table. This is it. This is my whole room. It's all I got until I get my other stuff done. So I guess you could blend it, but I think I'm going to try to just kind of like make it like that, right? So it's got a lot of variation. And then it's covering pretty much... not going into one area. Come on, you can do it. It's covering pretty much the bottom of my block. Now, it's as easy as this, you guys. Block of wood, handle. You don't even need the handle, but the handle makes it nice. Okay, and then smear it. Smear it. So I didn't get it. This block of wood is not very flat, clearly. Let's see if I might have to grab another one. Because what I did is I used it for painting before. Well, let me get another one. Hold on. I should have sanded down the paint. I didn't. Take care when I'm going live, sorry. I said I'm live. No, I'm just letting you know. Okay, let's try this one. I don't know. We'll see if it works better. This is why we practice, right? Before we do the real thing. I might need some more cream. This one doesn't look that even either. Let's try it though. Okay, smear it down. Smear. Okay, now I'm going to do something different because it's not working like it usually does. So I'm going to take some of the paint and I'm going to set it where I want because I still want that look, especially on the edges. And then I'm going to see if I can, we're going to play. Come on. I like that first edge I got. I don't like that. I don't like that. This one's not even either. Okay. This one used to work, so let's make it work again. Looks like a hot mess, but don't just ignore that because once the bird's on there, it doesn't matter. All I care about is that I'm getting a smear on my edges. I do have to have paint in the middle for the bird, but I don't need it to look good in the middle. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, this one used to work. I know that because I've used it before. I just had high ends from the paint. There we go. Okay, that's looking better. So what I want is that little smeared edge. See if I can get that. And then the middle, it doesn't matter as much. if I can get that look on the edge. Yeah, I think I can do it. What do you guys think? See the edges? I think we can do it. So again, don't look at the middle. I don't care about that. See if we can get a good edge, which I like. Okay, now we're getting a little more paint on my project than I need. But I have to have the middle filled. Okay, I think we're okay. Okay, let's see how it looks now. Okay. That's pretty. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. So this is DIY paint, so normally it would need to be top coated, but because we're gonna put decoupage over it, we're just gonna top coat essentially the whole thing anyway. And then you can wax it since it's a tray if you wanna wax around the edges, and that will make it okay for food. The wax you wanna buff out after it sits overnight. And it can change the paint color, but just ignore it until the next day. Then when you buff it out, it'll be beautiful. I promise it'll be beautiful. So this lightens as it dries. So it's kind of that barnwood look. So if you're doing just a piece of wood, try to get it as flat as you can. You painted the block. Oh, that seemed to work better, huh? Oh, yes, I did find it. I know. I was like, where the heck did I put it? And then it's in the tray in my other caddy now. I know where it is now. I'm excited to use it for my bottle. I got to find my bottle. So I'm telling you, with this project that's going on, I'm losing everything. I'm like, I know I have it. I know I have it. I already lose everything. So because it's thicker, it's going to take a little bit longer to dry, but because we're using paper, it doesn't really matter. If you were to put a transfer on this, which you can do, wait till it dries. Wait and put a top coat on it first. But this is going to be the look. See how it kind of, let's put it in the tray just so we can get an idea. I should have just done the tray, but you know, I wasn't 100% until I saw it. I'm a visual. Are you a visual person, guys? Okay, now let's put it in the tray. So that is going to be what it looks like. Ooh, I like it. Do you like that? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so that is going to be the base of our tray. Yeah, I'm back, Nikki. I know. I'm back, but I'm kind of not because I'm not set up still. But I showed you guys in the beginning where we are in the project. Okay, we'll say this loud because he's working right now. He should be done this week. No, I think he really should be. And then, what day is it? It's Thursday? Yeah, maybe by next week we'll have the electricians come in. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, let's get this. Let's get more paint on here. Okay, now we can do our real project because we practiced. And I really do like the look of what we did. I really like that in the bottom of this tray, and I don't even have to mess with the tray. Probably should have cleaned it, but other than that, I think it's fine. I think it's okay. Should we just give it a little once over with water? Probably should, huh? Probably should. Okay. Water's not going to hurt the DIY paint. It'll just take it longer to dry. There. I thrifted 2 of these, so we can do them the same. Oh, yeah, it was kind of dirty. Do them the same or different. It might be the wood. You know, this kind of wood does. So when you keep water, blah, blah, blah. When you keep using water on something to clean it, or like any kind of you know, like I use Clean Slate or whatever, you know, Amy Howard has a cleaner. If you're cleaning your project and it keeps turning your paper towel dark, it's probably not dirty after a while. It's probably the tannins in your wood. So just so you know, if it has tannins like that, Thank you. If it has tannins and you're painting it and you want, especially if it's a light color, you are going to want to prime that puppy. Okay. So just so you know, you don't want to, this color is so pretty, these two together. You don't want to put a light color over it if it keeps doing that, because then you're going to end up with a hot mess. Okay, I kind of want that mottled look. So let's see if we can get that, even though we're painting it on. Ready? Don't you get nervous when you do this stuff? Okay. It's going to take a long time to get to where we were on that other piece. So I think we're good, but I always go, oh, here we go. This is the real thing now. We're not playing around anymore. But that's okay. It'll look just as good. One way or another. It just might take a while to get there. And then this wood is more uneven than the other piece. So not only am I fighting the uneven wood block, now I'm fighting the uneven tray. So we may end up having to paint the tray in the center a little bit just so that we can get enough of the dark gone for the bird to sit on, right? And then just worry about the block stuff on the edges more. There, just helped it out a little bit here. Now let's get some edges going. And sometimes I just use the edges of this block to get the edges. Like tip it a little bit to where it's getting some more consistent edges. So it's using quite a bit of paint, you guys. Don't be skimpy on the paint on this. That's for sure. I like it when it skips. Does that kind of... Whoop. I got a line going somewhere. Try this way. What's going on there? Okay. Do a little bit more. I think that's a little dark. You need a little more paint. Oh, maybe. I got paint stuck in the end of this. Squeeze. Come on. You can do it. No, it says no. I'm not going to do it for you. Oh, the top is kind of gooey. That's the sandy blonde. Sometimes I like to use that chunky stuff that's in the top for this. But I'm not going to play around with that right now. I already made a mess. Okay, can you guys see? Oh, don't drop my paint. No, this guy doesn't want to stay up there. Which one did I use? No, it was this one. Okay. Gosh, what a pretty color. Crinoline and sandy blonde. Okay, there we go. Do a little bit more. Now I'm using all four corners to kind of create more skipping. Ooh, I like that in the center there. Let's do a little bit of that at the top. I like those two colors are streaking now. They're looking better. Yeah, I like that. A little more consistent. Pretty, pretty. I like that. Old wood barn, right? So I'm going to try to get all the way to the edges. The good thing about this paint is we can wipe it back, even if it's dry. So if we don't like it, we could wipe some of it back. But I think I like this kind of skipped in barnwood look. And then I'll take, just because I got some on the edges, I'll take my little baby wipe while this is drying for a second. Go around my edges that I kind of skipped a little far. Had a little too much fun there with the block. So just keep going until you like the way it feels. You can do it a little bit or a lot. Really is preference then. And I don't want any on my edges because this is just the pattern we're using as the decoration of the base. And I love that wood. So the base was really the only thing that was kind of scratchy. The outside edges were pretty smooth and nice. So we just kind of are redoing the inside there. And it looks like right in the center where we're going to put the bird, I can smooth out a little bit of that block so that my bird just kind of sits in there. And again, this is just a style. You don't have to put the paint like this. You could put the paint on the back of the bird. You could put it in a frame, like I said. You could leave it wood and put a transfer in there. I have lots of transfers I put on wood without anything underneath it. You just want to make sure the transfers have a little lighter base. Some of our transfers are too dark. They wouldn't show up. So if you lay the transfer out on it, you should be able to see if they pop. I know I use the, I still have some there. Why can't I ever remember the names while I'm on with you guys? I used one on a wood dresser, a transfer, that was a whole bunch of little images, and it had white as some of the base, white or like a light gray. And it looked gorgeous on plain wood, just gorgeous. Toile, that's the word, toile. It was the English toile. IOD transfer, it's under transfers in my website. Okay, so as it dries, it got a little bit lighter, and it also evened out some of that texture, so it looks more natural. But you can, if you don't love how bumpy it is, you can go in with a very light sand pad. I can see my wood starting to, because the tray is wood, it's natural wood. I don't know if you can see the uneven texture. There is a little bit where I went over it and over it in places, so you can just go right in with just a super light piece of sandpaper, and just, make sure that, because it's a tray, you don't want anything falling over. Because this is thrifted, it wasn't perfectly smooth to begin with, so not too worried about it. Okay, so it's hot, which means it's definitely dry. There's my water. These blocks, if you reuse them, don't do what I did and leave it out. Just take the paint and knock it back a little bit, because it will make a difference the next time you use it. So I'm just knocking it back to the paint that I had left it on there before, which probably why it didn't react right away as well. Okay. Nice and neat. Sorry, my little space is so small, I have to. That's in the middle of my shop too. It's going to be really nice to be able to do my lives behind the scenes, so I can make a little bit of a mess without having everybody walk right in the middle of it. So, okay. So here's my tray. gorgeous? Let's get our little third guy. And we'll put him right in the center. And this is not going to be everybody's style, but I think it's fun. You know, there's the clipboard one we did. It's a little more flat. You can see it did a little better effect. This one was not as flat, so I had to put a little more paint on this guy. And then I am going to use Liquid Patina by DIY. And I'm not going to really, oh, maybe I can get it out. It gets kind of chewy. It's been a while since I've done a live, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is kind of satisfying, actually. It's like, you know how you pick glue off your fingers? It's picking the glue out of the bed. I don't know if it's going to come out, though. I am taking it out by the chunk load. Oh, gosh. So if you don't use your products all the time, probably storing them in these bottles is fine. I mean, storing them is fine, but like with a piece of plastic under them or something. But if you're not using the bottle top like every day like I do, then probably just don't just seal it up and expect it to be perfect when you use it the next time. Okay, did I get it all out? No? Holy cow. Okay. You know what? I don't even have to do this. I can just open the top, but I was just enjoying the fact that it was coming out. I'm still having issues. Okay, I'm just going to open the top. Maybe. This stuff is stickier than paint. Okay, I'm going to pour a little bit out. It'll change the color back a little bit darker like it was to begin with before it dried. And so this is kind of sucking up into the paint and the wood really fast. So I'm going to actually put two applications of this and make it nice, and there's another chunk, nice and tacky for my paper to go into. Dropping things. Okay, is that about even? Up, down, sideways? You can definitely measure if you are so inclined to do. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Okay, I'm going to do a lot and go down into it all the way to the base. I actually did a little too much, but as long as you don't have lines, you don't want gummy lines, right? You don't want lines of decoupage medium. I did a little too much. Okay. Piece. But I'm going to go right back over the top of it. I gotta see. Sorry, guys. I don't think I made that straight. Wah, wah. This is why I like the Liquid Patina. If you use something stickier, you're going to have a little more problems doing what I just did. So just be aware of that. Again, you're not going to probably be doing this sideways in front of other people, though. So you're probably going to be good. Okay, and that piece that I had separated up there, I just kind of shoved it back together with the Liquid Patina. And this medium is super forgiving. I would not do this with a poly or something that's super shiny. You will probably have problems doing what I just did if it was super shiny, because you might be seeing the brush strokes. This is a matte, and it's very forgiving. I find most mattes are more forgiving with the brush strokes than a poly type waterproof, shiny top coat. Big Top's actually pretty good too, surprisingly. for being as water resistant as it is. But I'm going to get some of this liquid patina off here before it sets, because it is not as water removable as the paint. It is the top coat. I love it, you guys. What do you think? Isn't she pretty? I guess it's, I don't know if it's a girl or not because she's brown. It makes me think it's a girl. Oh, you like the view? Miriam, I missed you too. I know, we've been so busy. I see you all the time, your little lives. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, so we are sideways, but at least we got a live in, right? So you got to see the new wood cast, the kind of homemade would you bend, which is amazing. I'm so excited for that. So let's check on our one that we made. I think I have, did I lose the lid? How did I lose the lid? I haven't gone anywhere and I only have 2 square inches right here. How could I possibly lose the lid? I'll find it. Okay, so here's our little project, our little bird. And then here's the wood cast. Oh, okay. So here's the one I made yesterday. That is bendable when you heat it. Here's the one I made yesterday, all with iodine molds. The new Amy Howard Woodcast. I'm very excited for. And then here's the one that I made with you guys at the beginning of the hour. It's still got some wet up here. I wonder if it's going to start popping out. I bet this would, it's still a little gooey, soft. I bet this would be done in, my guess is a couple hours, but I can't promise that. So I'll just babysit it until I know. This one I left overnight for sure. It'll be fine. Oh, do you have one on your deck, Kathy? What is it? Do you know? Is it like a sparrow? I don't know. She's cute, isn't she? But I love this. I love this. I think the other tray I'll probably orient this way, you know, so I'll use one of my new papers that goes landscape instead of portrait. Oh, you got the wood cast? Yeah, I'm excited too. You have to tell me if you find any fun ways to use it. I know what I used my wood bend on, so I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of fun with this stuff. I'm very excited. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I'm so close to getting that back room done, but it's not on me. Got to wait for the electricians. I can do the painting. As soon as they say tape and texture's done, man, I'm in there. I'm painting. Then I just have to wait till the electricians come back. So close, and yet so far. You call them cute and hungry? They are cute. Are they hungry? Probably. Oh, you guys saying hi to each other. Okay, guys, I missed you so much, and I'm so glad you guys all came to say hi. I cannot wait to see you all in person if you're in town. See my little shop get all redone, and I will give those of you who aren't in town an update just as soon as I get that going. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun to play with. It does smell. It smells like acetone. It's not a no, because that's the base. That's the wood cast. But I think it's going to be used. Oh, I'm smelling it because it's right in front of me. I think it's going to be so useful for me to make my own molds. Oh, very excited. Okay, guys. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Bye.